Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Spider-Man. Let's go, continue on. So last episode I pretty much talked about everything that was going on in the last few days outside of Big Brother. So let's talk about Big Brother. Premiere was on Tuesday. That was interesting. Yeah, I mean, I like the first two episodes. I actually like this cast overall. I feel like they've been pretty fun so far. I thought the episodes were pretty fun. I hate what they do with the night one eviction. I don't get why that's still a thing. I mean, I get it. I get why production thinks that they should do it, because obviously for them it's just a way to add intrigue to the first episode. It's a way for them to add things to do in that first episode. But it's just not fun. Mind you, David, like, I don't know, they're gonna do something with David on this Wednesday's episode. So hopefully he does get a shot to come back, but I thought him going out early. I mean, like, to be honest, I got nothing out of him out of the pregame interviews outside of him crying.
We'll be right out front.
But I liked him on the episodes, and I thought it was disappointing that he did go out early.
You'll be fine, honey.
Last time I gave a speech.
But there was that. Yeah, I guess might as well talk about how the season's been playing out so far. Where I mean, I still don't know who's going home. I mean, it was supposed to be Kemi. I mean, the plan for a very long time was the backdoor Kemi, but it seems like Christy has now convinced herself not to do it, because I mean, Christy's HOH. She put up Cliff and Catherine initially at the plan to get rid of Catherine. However, supposedly Kemi has been mentioning almost everyone's names, namely Jack and Jackson, which caused Jack to flip on Kemi, causing Jack to convince Christy to backdoor Kemi. But now Christy is anti-Jack because Jack is playing all sides, made multiple Final Five deals and whatever, and because of that, she doesn't trust Jack anymore, so she doesn't want to backdoor Kemi because that would be benefiting Jack.
Well, maybe after this we can
So now instead she plans on I think she plans on putting up Ovi. I'm not sure. It's either she plans on putting up Ovi and Ovi goes, or she plans on getting Sam, who has the veto, to not use the veto, and if that is the case, then Catherine goes. It's not super clear right now what the plan actually is, but if Ovi goes, this is definitely the earliest boot for a winner pick of mine, which is disappointing. I mean, like, think about Ovi again. What really put, like, if I'm being completely honest, what really put me over on picking him was how hot his girlfriend is. The fact that he was able to get a girlfriend that hot, I feel like, is a real indication of, like, just how good of a guy he is, more than likely, and like how personable he would be and everything. I think something I kind of misread about him pregame, though, is his ability to, well, that's how should I phrase this? Is that I feel like obviously he was like class president and everything, which I think, like, I initially thought, oh, that means that he's gonna be good at this sort of situation like Big Brother, but something I didn't think to realize that, to be honest, the people that are on Big Brother are probably the people that don't give a shit about the class president and stuff. I mean, like, I don't give a shit about class president, and even then, but even then, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, most of the people that care about that stuff are not the best not the best people socially. I feel like, and while Ovi was the president, class president, and everything, which more than likely means that he's like the most sociable of those people, it's like that's still a group of not very social people. So it's like I do think Ovi lacks self-awareness on certain things. I think he's a bit too confident in his abilities. And yeah, if he does go home this week, which it looks like, by the way Sam is talking about it right now on the feeds, it does look like Sam still plans on using the veto, and that Ovi will be the replacement. Which, if that is the case, then yeah, Ovi is going home, more than likely. because it will be Ovi versus Catherine. I mean, I could see the flip being against Catherine. I mean, I could definitely see that being something that happens, but more than likely Ovi goes home. But yeah, I want to talk about the cast one by one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really talk about here. I mean, a lot of people have been bringing up race, like a lot of people on Twitter and stuff that like this cast is racist and everything, which I don't think is the case. I definitely think there's bad optics here. I mean, the fact that obviously David was the first boo. I mean, that's whatever. But obviously Kemi being the target this week, followed by the targets for the next following weeks, at least when the feeds initially came on, were going to be Ovi and Jessica, obviously two other minorities. Again, not great optics. I don't think this is. I mean, again, it's not racism though. I mean, it's really dumb. Because it's like if it was racism, then like Bella would have been like target number one too, or like been target with them or whatever, and whatever. So obviously, it's not just purely by race. I do think obviously the thing is obviously because most of the cast is white. I mean,
I'm going to find your father.
obviously it's easier to find similarities. With like obviously it's easier to get along with people who you're more similar to. Okay, so the guy plays Miles. This is gonna suck. Fucking hate these missions. Oh my god.
Mom!
Really, these are the worst. The Miles and the Mary Jane missions, like they just suck.
Crazy.
But but yeah, I mean, like again, I don't think it's racism, but it's definitely not great optics.
Oh man!
And again, the like people calling was it Jackson racist for like putting up the two two black people, one Hispanic woman, and then Cliff, who's like the old guy. Again, like I mean, the thing is, like obviously, if you just want to look at it like that, then yeah, it's like yeah, it's not great optics. But it's like if you take a look at the decision making, it makes sense. I mean, he picks the three people who ran opposite to him, and then he also picks the person who didn't give a shit to talk up to him, which is like, I mean, obviously like a lot of people are like, oh, like praising Kemi and whatever, like I'm like are rooting for Kemi, I should say, but Kemi's played really shittily. I mean, like she's played really poorly, but
Sure you okay?
Yes.
yeah, obviously it looks like she's safe this week now.
I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be alright.
Alright, listen. I have to go find Dad, okay?
No, wait. Miles, no. Miles, no!
Dad's in there. I'll find him.
Miles!
But anyway, all right, let's just talk about the cast one by one. Because I mean, it's funny. Like my cast assessment, I don't think I was right about a single person. Actually, all right. We'll talk about it. Let's go through the entire cast. I mean, as I said with David, I already said what I need to say about David. There's not really much else there. So let's go alphabetical order because that's kind of the way I remember it right away, at least. So we got Annalise, which, yeah, I mean, I think I was probably about right. I mean, again, I see her as a kind of a Angela. I saw her as a bit of an Angela figure. I think I was a bit more. I should have gone for more of a. I think she's like kind of a mix of Angela and like Esty. Sorry, from BB Can 7, where she's kind of this like. I think she can be looked at as like this like sort of little sister sort of figure. I think that's pretty much what Annalise is right now in the game. She's kind of like a like she's in the majority, but she's not controlling anything. She's not really being the person to bring up ideas, but she is going along with other people's ideas. So
Find a way around these guys. Can't cross yet.
fuck. But so I think she's a massive follower. I do think she has potential to win competitions. So there's that. I do think she's good socially, or at least good enough to where I think there's no way Annalise. Oh, fuck off. I think there's no way Annalise goes home, or Annalise goes home anytime before the final 7. I think she's definitely an end gamer. It's just a matter of is she gonna be respected by the time she gets to the end? Because I don't think that's gonna be the case. So yeah.
Gotta find a way around these guys.
Yeah, I think my opinion on hers kind of stayed about the same. I think it's like, it's slightly different. It's kind of taken a more, like, I thought she was going to be a bit more, fuck off, god damn it, a bit more of an Angela. I think she's, yeah, again, I think she's more so leaning towards like an Esty sort of figure at this point, but, yeah, definitely not a high winner candidate for me, but either way, but, she is really attractive, so there's that, though. I'm personally more of a Lauren person over Annalise, but so both very attractive. Lauren from Survivor, obviously, because they get compared a lot because they're both 22-year-old college soccer players that were on reality TV very recently. So yeah. Then who do we got? We got Christy, who's currently HOH. I don't know what to think of Christy. I don't think she's a good player. I mean, there's that. I think I was about right on where I said. I think she's a very emotional player. I think she. I think, thank God Tommy is there, because I think without Tommy she would be completely losing her mind. I mean, I think she's still losing her mind. Again, she. I don't know, it feels like she's just so paranoid about everybody, with like Jack and like Nick and like, again, pretty much just everybody. But I don't think she's in a bad position though. I don't think anyone's coming for her. I don't think she yeah, again, I think she's in a good spot for a while. And also with Tommy there, I think she could very likely make it to the end. However, I do think someone like Tommy would probably beat her by that point, especially if she continues to be as emotional as she is. What? Martin Lee? But, yeah, I don't know. I think she's fine for now, but not particularly, again, not super high on her either, as of right now. Cliff, I'm actually probably higher on Cliff than I was. Again, I was expecting him to be an early boot. I don't see Cliff going home for a while at this point. I think the biggest risk for Cliff is obviously being a pawn and being taken out, kind of like a Steve situation. But it does look like he's going to be safe at least this week, because it looks like Sam's probably still going to use the veto on him. So yeah, I mean, like, I think Cliff's pretty good, and I think Cliff could be someone, like, I think the problem I have for Cliff is that I don't feel like they're going to allow him to get to the end. I feel like Cliff is someone that, if he gets to the end, he automatically wins. So, I mean, I feel like that's someone that you can't let him get to the end, but either way, like, I'm pretty high on Cliff right now. David, I already said. Who's after that? I'm trying to think alphabetical order. E, F. Is there anyone that has a name that starts with an F? Whatever. I know Holly is close. Oh, whatever. Let's just talk about Holly. I'm very impressed with Holly. I think Holly might be one of my highest winner candidates right now. I think she's definitely like top 3 sort of spot for me. I'm really impressed with how Holly's playing. I think she's playing very well, especially if she's able to keep Catherine in through this week. I think she's in a very strong spot. She has a very good relationship with Christy, very good relationship with Annalise, has a very good relationship with Catherine, has a good relationship with Jackson. I mean, it's pretty much on, like, again, has very good connections throughout. She also seems to be very strategically minded. Mind you, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of her strategic. Like, I mean, like, the fact that she keeps on talking about getting rid of Jack and stuff. It's like, the thing is, having the idea of getting rid of Jack is obviously the right idea. the thing is that you
I was at City
don't
Hall.
want to do it now. I mean, not this is early. I mean, like, if I were in the game, I would want Jack
just
around
wanted
until
to
like
say,
Final
I
7
know
or
what you're
so,
going through.
at least. I feel like Jack's just such a massive
what you were gonna
target,
say,
but still
right?
someone who is relatively close to you that you want to
Or
keep him around for a while. But either
It
way.
all gets easier in time.
But I think she's in a very strong spot. I could definitely see her winning the
worry.
game. I think she's well liked
part of
throughout the
God's
cast
plan.
and stuff. Whatever.
Sorry,
Isabella,
I was
I
just
think, is
trying
another
to
one that
help.
like I was completely wrong about.
You know,
Well, I actually I don't know. I said that she could be a June song. Actually, do you want to say? I mean, she's not really a June song though.
I'm sorry
She's
about
kind
that.
of. The thing is I think she was making a very
I know
bad
what I
move
mean,
where
Ethan.
she like was pretty much the reason why Kemi was targeted this week, or one of the reasons, and it does seem like that has. And she was like wanting Kemi to go. It looks like she's realized that keeping Kemi is good for her game, and it looks like Kemi is staying, so that is good for her game. She's a very strong relationship with Nick, which is something for her. But there are people already targeting her, and I don't feel like that's great. I also don't feel like she has the I don't feel like she's as strategically minded as she should be, because again, I feel like it should have been very obvious that she should keep Kemi. Yet for her to actively go against Kemi for a while, I think that was just kind of dumb. But well,
I'm sorry, Jeff.
I'm busy. What's up?
but what else is
Have you
there?
started looking for Martin Lee yet?
Yeah,
No,
I'm trying
I
to think.
told you I can't start a manhunt based on a hunch from Spider-Man.
But I'm telling you, he's the guy.
Isabella. I'm trying to
Get
think who
some
else there
solid
is.
evidence and we'll talk.
Alright, well, let's just go into the
Solid
J's. I know Jackson. Well, Jack and Jackson.
It's me.
Hey,
Jack is
so
weird.
I'm
Okay,
thinking I screwed
Jack
up.
like ended
And
up
that
being
kid
completely
lost
different.
his
than
father.
I mean, like the thing is, for the first like day of feeds, Jack was pretty much what I expected. Again, I think what I said in my
They're
cast
not even
assessment
looking
video is
for
I
him.
kind of saw him as like a
Even
sort of
Yuri
like a
doesn't believe
Malcolm
me.
figure, Malcolm
it's up to
Survivor.
us to find him.
Where I thought he would be well liked socially throughout. I thought he would have a lot of connections, but I didn't think he would go for like be the one in charge right
He's hiding
away.
out there?
Maybe.
I was wrong.
We know he's
I mean,
not
like I
a
was
idiot.
right for a little while, but then
Recycling
like
center.
it turns out like
We'll
he's
find some evidence as
like
to where
ended up
he
being
might be.
blatantly in charge to the
Good
point
look,
where
MJ.
now
I'll
everyone
let you know what I
doesn't
find.
want him in charge. Like so, it's like he's kind of turning into a
I talked to the
Devin
detective about questioning
more than
the arrested
anything.
demons. They're all
Um,
claiming Martin Lee has
So that's
the
kind
power
of
to,
funny.
quote,
I
corrupt
again
people.
probably not gonna win.
Corrupt?
I don't think he
What does
really
that
has
mean?
any shot at this point. I mean,
They say
he's
it's
such a
sort of like
massive
mind
target.
control. It brings out the negative part of you. Makes you do things you wouldn't.
But either way, Jackson, I don't know. I thought like from the first two ups, I was kind of high on Jackson coming into the season, or like I was kind of like okay with him. The first two episodes, I obviously
MJ's hunch was
went
right.
way
He's just
down.
crawling with demons.
But to be honest, now I'm kind of.
Gotta take these guys out.
I don't
then
know.
I'll
I'm
look
not
around.
like I don't think Jackson's in the worst spot in the world. I think he's in a position where he still has a lot of allies that do want to take him far. I think the thing about Jackson though. And like I think if those allies do end up getting him that far, then he also does have okay. Not the button I meant to do. Fuck off. No, fuck off. No, fuck off. But I don't know. I think Jackson still has a
That's
shot.
all of them.
I mean, he's not like disliked
Maybe if I can
in
find
the house. I mean, he's not like
power
particularly
from.
like he's not the most liked by any means, so he's not like completely disliked either. He also has he has a good amount of connections, mind you. He is a target, but again, there's a lot of people that do want to take him far, and oh, do we have to? Okay. Yeah, fuck.
Looks like I could override the circuit.
There's a lot of people
Yeah,
that
I
want
like
to take
the
him
webs.
far, and if he does get that far, I do think he's someone that could win out.
Well, that did
So,
something. Looks like the circuits need a
I
little
don't think he's in the worst spot in the world. So there's that. Who else is there?
Gotta find the junction box. Huh? There. Looks like the circuit's still stable. Maybe there's another junction box close by.
I don't know why I did that.
Gotcha. Almost there. One more box should do it.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck. Okay. So, who else is there?
That's it.
Catherine, I think Catherine's done. I don't see any way Catherine wins the game. I think she could stay for a while, but again, I don't think there's any way she wins the game. Which, again, goes along with my initial impression. I did become a bit higher on her after that, the initial cast assessment video that I made, but it's like, at the end of the day, it looks like my first one was right. Oh, Jessica. I missed Jessica. I don't think Jessica's long for this game. I don't think she's like... I mean, she was... originally, she was coming into the next few weeks as a target. I'm not entirely sure where she is right now. She is still giving me a lot of Suzette vibes, and I still stand by that. Where she's like... Yeah, I essentially, Jackson is her Tom. Where, fuck off. Please? There we go. Where... Yeah, I mean, like, in Big Brother Canada, Suzette held a really big grudge against Tom, which is really dumb considering she put up Tom initially. But,
Oh,
whatever,
Lots of high-tech equipment. Maybe later I can recycle this stuff into some weapons of my own. Explosives from Fisk's construction site.
I'm getting really tired
This is
now.
crazy. Guns from Fisk's armory.
No.
These must be where they're planning to attack.
So,
Wait. These are Osborn campaign
yeah, I
offices.
mean, I don't know. I'm still not really feeling Jessica.
This wasn't a gang war.
Then we got
The
Nick.
demons were stealing Fisk to go after Mayor Osborn.
Nick's strange. I mean, he looked like,
Did you find my
yeah, like when the feeds first
No,
came on, I
but
thought
you were right.
Nick would have
He's
been
using
like
this
a
place
big
as a
winner
front for the
candidate.
demons. Bomb
It does
making,
look
gun
like
running.
his chances have. I mean, it looks like he's starting to get caught
And
a
it
bit.
looks like they're planning another
But then
attack.
again, he's
This
kind of
time on
getting his
Norman
way
Osborn's
this
campaign
week.
offices.
Where
some kind of beef with Norman Osborn.
I
Kemi
found
is
an
someone
address
who
here.
is
I
more
think it's
so
their
on his
staging area.
side than anyone than like
If I
Jack or
hurry,
whatever,
I
and
might
like
be able to
Kemi
stop
is
him.
staying. It looks like. So I mean, so while like people don't necessarily trust him, he is getting his way this week. So it's like, I don't know. I still don't. I mean, again, like if you asked me when the day the feeds went on, I would have said
Martin
it's
Lee and
him
the
and
demons are
Holly as
planning
my
another
winner pick. I think
attack,
at this
time
point,
on Norman
Holly.
Osborn's campaign offices.
After going through all these people, I think Holly's still the person I'm the most
Trust me on
confident
this one. I'm sending you the address of a recycling
Either way,
center. You'll find all the evidence
yeah,
there.
not looking great for Nick in the long term. I think he's looking decently short term. Like, I don't think he's going to be targeted right away. But I think long term he is kind of a big target, right? For the long term. So, not entirely sure how that will go. I'm trying to think of who else is there. I know Nicole Oh yeah, let's just talk about Nicole. I don't know. Nicole hasn't really done much. She's kind of just there, which is fine. I mean, again, like I can see Nicole as the. I don't know if I can see her as the winner actually. I don't know. Like I mean, a lot of people are comparing her to Christine. I don't feel very Christine vibes for her. I kind of feel. Someone mentioned this earlier actually, and I mean, someone mentioned this like I forgot where. But it's like something that I never actually thought about, but it's probably pretty apt, is that she's kind of like a young rock star, is kind of the vibe I'm getting from her. Kind of that mixed in with like a Nicole BB16 is kind of the vibe that I'm getting from her. Which I don't know, maybe you can, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much my opinion on her. I think she's still a winner candidate. I don't think she's dead in the water or anything.
A lot of guys. I should try to do this quietly, but also with style.
Okay. Shit. Fuck. Okay, fine. Okay, Ovi, I think Ovi, I already talked about Ovi. I think he's been a pretty big disappointment from a gameplay standpoint. And like, I don't know, it seemed like he was fine in the premiere episode, but it just seems like he's just not connecting with anyone. And it's like, and also the problem with Obi too is that he doesn't know that he's on the outs either. Like he doesn't see himself as on the outs, so that's kind of another weird thing about that. Oh, I didn't even talk about Kemi. I forgot about that. Kemi, to be honest, I think Kemi was worst case scenario. I think in my cast assessment video, or actually maybe not in the video itself, but I think like more so what my opinions were coming into the season after having watched Ica interviews. Essentially, Bella is exactly what I thought Kemi was going to be, and Kemi is pretty much what I thought Bella was going to be. So yeah, they're kind of switched. Fuck.
Lee's not out here. Better check inside.
Fuck. Oh, is this a tutorial to the, it is, isn't it? Or is it not? No, maybe not.
They have bases all around the city.
Okay.
What else can I find around here? Huh. Invoice from an auto shop. Pale Horse Rides. That's one expensive tune-up. This is bigger than I thought. Looks like the demons have an army. As if one deadly glowing whip wasn't enough. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was definitely not this. Hey, MJ. I think I stopped the demon's attack on Osborn's campaign office.
Nice. Find Lucy?
No, but I found something we should look into. A place called Pale Horse Ride.
Sounds
Oh, that's
familiar. I'll check it out and get back to you.
That is so fun. The Ovi. Who else is there? Tommy and Sam. Is that it? I talked about everyone else. But either way, Tommy. Yeah, I think Tommy's in a really good spot. I kind of regret not picking Tommy as my winner pick at this point. He was my number 2. I think Tommy's looking like he's pretty good. He has a good connection. Ooh, good connection with Nick. Holy shit. Oh fuck. No, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Fuck.
Copy, Silverbird. We're descending to location. There's another one. Safety's off.
Well, this is new.
Oh, this is their first appearance? I thought they appeared
This
earlier.
one's mine. All right. I'm executing this son of a...
Hey! That's not
Yeah,
how we do
Sam,
things.
I think Sam is doing a lot better than what I thought. I was expecting Sam to be the first boot. It seems like he's really ingratiated himself into the cast.
Before we do
Has a
this,
couple strong
are
connections
you
with
guys?
like
Code
Nick and
SM1. Code SM1. Holding for orders.
like who else is
Copy
there?
code SM1. I have a visual.
Oh wait, did I
Hold
not?
for
Oh yeah, I did talk about Kemi, right? Yeah. So yeah, Sam's doing better than I thought he would too. So there's that. I don't see Sam going out anytime soon. A couple more updates. Let's see what's going on there.
Nice entrance. Solid 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Release him. He works with us.
Yuri, explanation, please?
This is Silver Sablinova, head of Sable International, a private security force. Paid for by Mayor Osborn.
Oh, the mayor has a pet army now?
Next time you get in my way, I will not be so gentle.
Go. We'll talk later.
Okay. I forgot that Yuri showed up this much. Okay.
Hey, sorry about that Sable thing. I should have told you earlier, but it all happened so fast.
It's okay. We're still best buds.
We're not best buds.
Well, that took a dark turn.
Anyway, Sable has the mayor's ear and unchecked authority. We've searched that address you gave me, found plenty of evidence of a bomb plot, but nothing that leads back to Martin Lee.
I'm working on that.
Alright, we'll end here. Actually, it looks like this is pretty much exactly what we did in episode 11. The last episode was we did those 2 missions that we just did. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching.
Hey, MJ.